Reading from the Japa Reform Notebook by His Holiness Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj. Haridas Thakur explained that the shadow of the holy name, chanted even with offense, even inattentively, would give one liberation. One doubter heard and said, Haridas Thakur, you are exaggerating. How can it be that just by the shadow of the holy name one gets liberation? Haridas Thakur replied, don't doubt it. This is the statement of Shastra. The holy name is so great that Ajamil chanted the name Narayan at the time of death and he was saved. Do not be doubtful. You may say that, the man said, but if the shadow of the holy name does not give liberation, then I shall cut off your nose. So everyone was very much offended by this man, who later lost his own nose because Krishna took the insult to his devotee so seriously. If it's in the Shastra, don't take it differently. Imagination, interpretation, or exaggeration. What the Shastra or Guru or Sadhu says about the holy name is authoritative. It is not for some upstart to interpret. The name of Krishna is not different from Krishna. It is not a symbol. It is not a physical yoga for breathing. Krishna is Krishna and Krishna is his name. As you can't speculate on inconceivable Krishna by argument and logic, so also the name is inconceivable. You can only understand it in parampara. Don't try to interpret the holy name.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada writes in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that the Supreme Lord descends in this world in his own personal form so that people can see him, how he looks like, and what type of activities he does, in essence, without having to be depicted by the demons who always depict him as something impersonal, something vague, which is understandable only to the demons. Prabhupada writes in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita like that. So the demons are always skeptical about the Lord, whether he exists or not, whether he is supremely powerful or not. They are not very sure due to their materialistic outlook. And therefore, for the atheistic people, it is said, God appears at the end. And for the devotees, God appears from the beginning. Like Prahalad was in the womb of his mother. And for him, the existence of Krishna became evident simply from the sound vibration. By hearing from Narada, he became fully enlightened, free from all skepticism, doubts and agnosticism and all that. When he was born as a small boy, he was fully Krishna conscious. He could see Lord Hari in every atom, in the heart of every living being, with full clarity, with not an iota of doubt. On the contrary, Hiranyakashipu considered himself the center of the universe, and everyone and everything revolving around him and everyone at his beck and call. He became a very ahankari king, considering himself to be all important, due to which he became practically blinded. You will see in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, there is a Sainya Niriksha, it is said. Arjuna wanted to do a supervision of all the armies with his eyes. So when he used his eyes to see both the armies, he broke into tears because of illusion. Because he was actually considering his own vision to be more important than Krishna's sound vibration. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, Arjuna came out of depression and fought the battle and emerged victorious. This clearly shows when he did Sainya Niriksha, he went into Arjuna Vishada Yoga. That means he went into lamentation. But after hearing the Bhagavad Gita, he became awakened. So any intelligent person should hear the sound vibration coming in Guru Parampara called as Avaroha Panth and develop firm faith in the existence of the Supreme Lord, in the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, in relationship with the Supreme Lord. And that is Prahalad. Whereas foolish people like Hiranyakashipu use their eyes to see the Drishya Jagat in front of us, which is made up of 24 metal elements, which really bewilders the conditioned soul and confuses him about the ultimate goal of life due to its glitter and glamour. and the fascinations, due to which a living entity not only becomes bewildered by observing it, a living entity develops a desire to show off glamour, see glamour and show glamour in mode of passion. So therefore, if one does not develop firm faith in the scriptures, then the substitute for him is to become swallowed by the illusion of the material world. The result of a godless civilization, Prabhupada says in Ishopanishad, is illusion. And the result of such illusion is lamentation. So, beginning with godlessness, like Hiranyakashipu, he was subjected to moha, illusion. Mohat grihitva asadgrahat. They hold on to the material things in life, forgetful of the Supreme Lord. And the result is lamentation at the end. So, if anyone who is accepting the holy name from the spiritual master and chanting the holy name should accept also with firm faith whatever truths are handed over in the Guru Parampara. And that is only possible when we consider ourselves insignificant and our perceptions to be useless and our ascertainment of the truths around us with our limited senses and four defects to be good for nothing. And then if we understand that I don't have the correct instruments, I am actually blind, therefore I am blindfolded, somebody should escort me holding my hands to the road ahead, and that is the spiritual master. So when one develops a firm faith like this, then one can know that the Shastric truths are sublime and they are not decodable by my material senses, and then one will be able to accept them wholeheartedly. And the result is, then one can chant the holy names with faith. And then chanting with faith produces the results subsequently. One can chant in Namabhas and become liberated from all material upadhis and situations, and eventually leading to the Shuddhana. So, in this way, considering the holy names' effects to be imaginary or hyperbole and things like that, this arises due to too much high estimation of our limited brain substance and too much high importance for oneself, as if I am very important and everything is revolving around me. And this kind of Hiranyakashipu thought process is what actually makes us faithless. There are so many boys who write mails to me. They think they are so important and their opinions are so important. I really laugh at them. What is your brain, your tiny brain? Big scientists are not able to fathom the Supreme Lord. Brahma, with all his 4 heads, with such a big 4 heads and such a body made up of intelligence, was completely tricked by Krishna's Brahma Vimohan Leela, isn't it? Evam sammohayan Vishnum vimoham vishwamohanam swayaiva mayayav ajopi swayameva vimohitaha, it is said. See, evam sammohayan Vishnum, he went to bewilder Lord Vishnu. Vimoham, which means Vishnu can never be bewildered. Vishwamohanam, he bewilders the whole world. Swayaiva maya ajopi, he used his own maya shakti to bewilder Krishna. Swayameva vimohitaha, he himself got bewildered. So such great personalities are being bewildered. And that is the purpose of studying Shastra. If the Shastric study does not lead me to surrender to Krishna wholeheartedly, understanding my insignificance, then such a Shastric study is useless, which is meant for pampering our intelligence, having a fastidious false ego, showing off as oneself a very great scholar, knowing great Sanskrit verses and everything. The Shastra should bring us to surrender and this type of firm faith in the holy name. Harinam Prabhu ki